Hi guys, welcome back. I am really excited about what we are starting in nature studies for this quarter, and I think you will be too. Not only because it's interesting, not only because it involves lots of animals, but because those folders that have been sitting in your chair pockets, tempting you, making you ask me when we get to use them, are finally going to be used. So today we are going to just start an introduction and make our first page for what will become your ecosystem book. So that's our first word. Now, if we were together, we would have played pig, would have made you guess. I'm just seeing if I won or you won. But today I'll just tell you the word is ecosystem. Okay? So an ecosystem is a group of living things that work together to stay alive. So if you think about a human, we need sun, we need water, we need food, right? And we get all these things from other places, maybe from animals or plants, and then we eat them. And that gives us energy and helps us stay alive. But all the animals around us and even the plants around us all also need a way to stay alive. And we work together to do that. So an ecosystem could be small. It could be a teeny tiny little puddle that has little microorganisms growing in it, but they have everything they need in that puddle. Or it could be huge, like a desert or a rainforest. So an ecosystem is a place where all of the organisms live and work together to stay alive. That's our first word, ecosystem. So I hope you understand that. A place where all the living things work together to stay alive. The second word is also kind of fun, even though it's shorter, and it's called a biome. Okay, do you see that word, biome? And a biome is a name that we've given to ecosystems that are all similar. So if we look and we say, this place on Earth gets the same amount of water as that place. They have the same kind of plants growing there. They have the same kind of animals living there. We give those ecosystems a common name, and the name of that place might be a rainforest, or it might be a coral reef, or it might be an ocean, or it might be a desert. And we're going to get to learn about all of these places and the animals that live there and the plants that grow there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But for today, we're going to learn 3 cool new words, beyond the 2 I just taught you, of who lives in these places. Okay, but we're going to start by getting out a white piece of paper. Now, it will be really important that you do your best work on this, your neatest work, you color it beautifully, and you save it in that folder. If your parents have a 3-hole punch, they can punch it and pop it in there for you. If you have a folder without a 3-hole punch, just slide it in there. Okay, and then if you don't have a 3-hole punch, you can also just slide it in there. And once we get back together, I'll punch them all and help you make them into your ecosystem book. All right, so for now, let's start by taking a white piece of paper and folding it into 4ths. Okay, so you're going to fold it. And then today you will need to go portrait style. So you can't go landscape because then your paper won't go in your book right. Don't go this way, go this way. And we're going to start in the top left corner, and you're going to write the words ecosystems and biomes. Okay, so I will write them for you, and then while I hold that up, I'll tell you what I want you to do in this box. Ecosystems and biomes. Okay, so here you go, ecosystems and biomes. And then you're going to decorate that box. So you can add in all kinds of plants, all kinds of animals. Don't make it too crowded. You could also write by, B-Y, remember that, and your name. So if it's by Maddie, she could write by Maddie. Or if it's by Edith, by Edith, okay? Or Lilia, by Lilia. Nice handwriting. Firsties, if you want to turn this into cursive, you may, okay? But it needs to say ecosystems and biomes. If you need a second to write that down, go ahead and pause the video. And then let me show you this one that I already did. Just that box so you can see it. Okay, so I've got ecosystems and biomes, and then I put in a tree and a flower and a bunny and a fish, because all of those things are there. You may decorate it however you wish. We will go back and color them beautifully. Okay, now you're going to go next to that, the next top rectangle, so right up here, and we're going to write the word producers. Now, producers are things that make energy. I want you to think about who would make energy. We have energy. You guys have lots of energy, but we don't make energy. The answers, there are two of them, okay? There's one producer that's in every single biome except those very deep in the sea, and that is the sun. The sun gives out energy with its light. So you need to put a nice sun in the top corner. And then the other things that produce energy are plants. So all plants take energy from the sun and the soil and the air, and they turn it into sugar. And that's what we eat to get energy from plants. Okay, the fancy name for that sugar is glucose, but it's sugar. So down here, you're going to draw plants. And I'll hold that here so you can see it. You can pause the video if you need to. Producers. And then here is the one I drew. So it's got the sun, it's got a tree, and it's got flowers, grass, bushes. All of those are producers. So someone else can come eat that and get energy. Okay? So those are our producers. Now, you're going to go right underneath your producers, and this is important. You don't want to put the next one, sorry, that was too high, right here. You want to put the next one I tell you right here, underneath your sunlight, because we're going to do something on the back of this page next week, and you need to have the corner in the right spot. So producers, and then the next word will be consumers, and those are the people who eat to get energy. Now, we studied this when we studied dinosaurs. Here's the word consumers. You can copy that. There are actually three kinds of consumers. There are consumers who just eat plants, and they're called, look at the dinosaurs that just eat plants, herbivores. Then there are consumers who only eat other animals, just eat meat, and those are called carnivores. And then there are consumers like us who eat some plants and some meat, and they are called omnivores. Okay, so these consumers, I think you'll like this box because you could put humans on it, and you can put any kind of animal on there that you wish. Okay, you could fill this up. I did just some animals because not every ecosystem has humans living in it. Okay, so here are my consumers. You'll notice I drew a turtle, I drew a bunny, I drew an elephant. I had a lot of plant-eating animals, so then I threw a lion up here. You can draw 10 animals if you want. You can draw a bunch of teeny tiny guys. You can draw some from the ocean, some from land. It doesn't matter, but you need to get consumers on here, okay? So right underneath your producers, the sun and the plants should be your consumers. All right, now the last one is kind of cool. So after we've had the sun help the plants grow, and the plants have been eaten and turned into energy for consumers. Eventually, those consumers die, okay? Maybe you've seen a dead deer on the side of the road or a bird fall out of a tree, and that's sad. It is sad, but it's also how God has created the world to keep taking care of itself. So these guys who come in last are called decomposers, and they take dead plants or dead animals and they turn them back into nutrients. Okay, that's right here, sorry. They turn them back into nutrients to make the soil rich, and then the plants can start growing from that again. So if you look, it's kind of like a circle. So you've got your producers, they grow the plants, right here. The consumers come, they eat each other or they eat the plants, then they die, and the decomposers turn it back into soil so that the plants can grow again. So it kind of works like a circle. So this is your decomposers. Now, this is kind of fun. These are decomposers right here. Turn this up so you can see it. Okay, mushrooms. They're decomposers. This is my best bacteria. So things that grow on these things, okay? Bacteria is a decomposer. It'll turn it back into soil. Earthworms and snails. So these are all decomposers. You can draw these guys and then color them in beautifully. So when you're done, you should have a full page that looks like this. Ecosystems and biomes with your name if you wish, some decoration around that. Producers, your sun and plants. Consumers, all the animals, even people if you wish. And then decomposers. And I want this colored in beautifully, okay? And then save this page, stick it in your folder, Have mom and dad punch it if you have a punch, and if not, just slide it in there. You will need it again next week, so hold on to it. All right, that's it for today, guys. I love you. Bless you. God bless you. Goodbye.